like to show you that. And, oh, I think I just saw something flying around inside there. It's kind of interesting. So there's that. And we'll put that over here, and then we'll put this over here. And I will show my doggy once again. Hey, Debbie, first here, I see. Way to go, Debbie. I love that you're here first all the time. Nick Brown, hello. Jake Lee, hello. Hey, Steve. Hi, Hippie Chick. Hey, Chantel. Hey, Zach. Kat. Jake Lee. When is she gonna flower? You mean when is my plant gonna flower? My plants are already starting to flower somewhat. You can call it a plant, or you can call it an it, because it's just an inanimate object, bro. It's a fucking plant. I'm gonna cut it down. I don't give a fuck about it. Yeah, I don't tag the female moniker on my plants because I know they're just plants. You know? And I don't give a fuck about them. You know? Those growers that are out there, oh, I love her. She's so beautiful. Look at her. Oh, those girls are so pretty. Look at your girls. Fuck you. They're fucking plants, you know? And I'm going to smoke it. You know? It's a goddamn fucking plant. So, and, you know, it's not just that. It's objectifying women. You know, and I have nothing but love and respect for women. And that's just, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to refer to my plants. And you know what? I never have. I never liked it. I never got into it because it never sounded right to me. And then one day somebody explained it to me. They're like, oh, that's objectifying women. I'm like, how's that? They're like, anytime you call something a girl or a woman or something or she, you know, you're lowering the value of a woman because you are directly comparing the two. You are relating them to each other. And, you know, to me, a woman is a lot more precious than a fucking plant. So that's why I call a woman her or she. And I call my plant it or a thing or a fucking plant. Because I have a lot of love for women. And, you know, the first person that I ever heard refer to plants as girls was a woman. And she didn't know. She thought it sounded cool. She thought she was being cool. How are the girls? I was like, what? How are the girls? This is my girlfriend too. So I was like, what is she talking about? And it took her a while to explain it to me. And I was like, oh yeah, whatever. Psh. You know, it's like, it just sounded stupid to me. Totally not why they call it her though. Oh, A-Dub? Why then, sir? Why don't you enlighten us, won't you? My good friend A-Dub. Try your luck, son. You gonna pull the lever? Somebody feels like gambling today, man. I'm with you. I support you. Let's see where it goes, man. Let's see if you hit them fucking, what is it? Bar. Good luck on that. Well, that's common everywhere. Everywhere. But, hey, indoctrination is common everywhere too, isn't it? Stupidity is common everywhere, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Good intro to the topic that we're going to be discussing. As you know, I follow somebody on YouTube. His name is THUNDERF00T. I also follow him on Twitter. When I say I follow him, that means that I click the follow button on his accounts so that I get notified. And I make sure to get notifications when he puts up new material. That's what follow means. It doesn't mean that I follow along. It means I literally click the follow button on his accounts, which is what you should do with all of my accounts too. But I digress. THUNDERF00T has been having issues lately with YouTube taking his videos down as soon as he puts them up within 2 hours. Now, I understand what's going on. Whatever. You guys are all funny. Where was I in the Thunderfoot story? He's been putting up videos and YouTube has been taking them down. He's not happy with it, neither am I. But this is something that I've been experiencing for years, and he's new to it. But here's the problem. The videos that they're taking down from Thunderfoot are him doing the science, explaining that wearing a face mask does not limit your oxygen intake. It doesn't force you to breathe toxic air or carbon monoxide or humidity or any of the things that you hear from a lot of these people, these conspiracy nuts. His video scientifically demonstrated that face masks are safe. YouTube took it down within 2 hours. He posted it again. They took it down again. He just, out of curiosity, he went and he started doing a little research and he found another video on YouTube that hasn't been taken down. In fact, it's got 500,000 views on it. And guess what it is? It's a conspiracy nut, right, that claims that he's a doctor that's been reprimanded numerous times by numerous medical agencies. Okay, the guy is a quack. Literally, Thunderfoot's choice of words to describe the guy. He's got a video that YouTube lets stay up that tells everyone not to wear a mask because it limits your oxygen and it makes you sick. You're right, though. Yeah, you're right. That's why people choose to call a fucking plant a girl. I understand that. But it's still, I never said the terminology wasn't factual. I said it's demeaning to women, and that's why I choose to not use it. Plus, I don't like the way it sounds. I never did. And now I know why I don't like the way it sounds. Because I respect women. That's why I don't call plants. Hey, Eddie, fuck your flag. Don't put flags up in my live stream, all right, buddy? I'm going to refresh my chat so I don't have to see your stupid fucking flag. We don't like any flags here, buddy. All right? No flags. You don't understand that. That's cool. You want to understand it, you can ask, and we can explain it to you. But until then, don't, and ever, don't put a fucking flag up in my live stream. You obviously have no idea what you're doing. People don't understand, and that was something that Thunderfoot said in his video, and it triggered something inside me when he said it. He was talking about all the people that go on that other guy's video and like it, and the guy literally in the video says, go and check my credentials on the internet. Any idiot can go check my credentials on the internet. Well, Thunderfoot goes and does it. Finds out the guy's a total quack. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it. And just debunks what the guy says. But what he says is, thank you, Eddie. What he says is, I'm surprised you understand. Eddie, I'm surprised you understand. If you understand, why the fuck did you put the flag up in the first place? Is it because I pointed out to you and now you understand? Did I just teach you something? If I did, fucking kudos to me and kudos to you. That's great. Or are you just saying you understand how I feel about flags? I'd agree with that if I was calling the plants cunts or bitches. Well, whenever you refer to the plant, even as a positive female term, you're still lowering women down to the status of a plant, A-dub. You're not getting it. It's not sinking in. And I understand. I wouldn't expect you to be able to grasp this because I know what kind of a person you are from the things you put up in my show. But it takes a little bit more work on your part, a little bit more thought to understand what I'm saying. So when you take something that you kill and you smoke, right, and you call it a woman, you're lowering the status of women. Do you understand? I'm trying to put it in words you can understand. I don't know how else to say it because I don't think you're getting it. Right on, Jake Lee. That's why I'm here, buddy. Anyway, I'm not here to argue about that point. I'm here to tell you guys about what's going on YouTube with Thunderfoot. So, he went out of his way to address this man's credentials and then makes the comment that the very people that are on that man's video, all of you conspiracy pedophiles out there, and there's a bunch of you. There's a bunch of conspiracy pedos out there. You guys are fucking fucked in your heads. Okay? But Thunderfoot makes the observation that the very people on the internet watching that video, supporting that man, claiming that it's the truth, and also neglecting to go look up the man's credentials to find out that he's not a legitimate doctor, or to find out that the things that he's saying are complete lies and nonsense with just basic common sense. Doctors wear face masks all day. Where are the bodies of the doctors piling up? I mean, it's just fucking common sense. Says that it's ironic that the very people on that video that are trying to scream, conspiracy and that people are sheep are the actual fucking sheep. And all the people out there who use that word woke, I'm woke. The earth is flat. I'm woke. Face masks don't help. I'm woke. They're the ones who are fucking sleeping at the wheel. And Thunderfoot fucking, as usual, nails it. And if you guys would just follow Thunderfoot on YouTube, man, that's all I'm trying to get you guys to do is watch the guy and get more intelligent, man. Get on a higher level of learning with me. Join me. Follow some of the people I follow. Read what they say, because I want to be able to have discussions with people that I'm standing on level ground with. And I don't like having to talk down to people. In fact, let me just put it to you bluntly. I'm fucking sick of having to talk down to people. I'm fucking sick of it. So what I need my audience to do is to educate themselves. So they come in and they can have an actual conversation with me and be at the level that I'm at. And it's simple. All you have to do is follow the same people that I follow on the internet. It's easy to do. Watch the videos, learn, get a better vocabulary, understand more about the things that these people are talking about, and then you'll be able to express yourself easier on here when you're talking to me, and I will enjoy the experience a lot more too, and I won't feel like I'm talking to a fucking kindergarten class. So, this is what you need to do, okay? Get on YouTube. Hey, Lightheart from Netherlands. Get on YouTube and seek out Thunderfoot. It's spelled with 2 zeros. Follow his channel, watch his videos, sign up for notifications, and do that with a few other channels on YouTube as well. You know, I like to that if you guys would follow Just Have a Think, if you guys would follow Secular Talk, if you guys would follow The Atheist Experience, he's fucking great. Matt Dillahunty, The Atheist Experience. If you guys would follow, here's a good one, and I know a lot of you guys probably don't want to do it, but I'm going to tell you right now, you should be watching him. John Oliver. Last week tonight, you guys should be watching every single one of those episodes. And the problem is this, man. I want to have conversations with people that are paying attention to what I'm saying and they're grasping the concepts of what I'm saying. Okay? I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to debate. I'm just looking for people who are like-minded that understand simple concepts, and that educate themselves. And lately, man, I just haven't been getting the feedback when I talk about certain things, when I mention Thunderfoot, and nobody says a goddamn thing about Thunderfoot on here. Not a single person. You know, I noticed that. I mentioned Thunderfoot, right? Let's see. You love my videos. Fuck God. Fuck Facebook. Flags for Separatists. Reference to that. Good afternoon. You're welcome. Legalization makes perfect sense. Get offended. Conspiracy pedos must go. Yeah. Not a single person mentioned Thunderfoot's name. Not a single one of you said, oh, I saw Thunderfoot the other day. He had a thing going on, blah, 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 blah. Or I went back and watched some Thunderfoot. Arn Raw is another one you guys should be watching. And John Oliver is a hack? John Oliver's not a hack. What do you mean he's a fucking hack? Have you ever watched any of his... Okay, number one, he's a comedian. So back the fuck off. Okay, number two, he's a hilarious comedian. He keeps me laughing when I watch his show. Number three, he always covers important subjects that people should hear about, and he always has a team of researchers making sure that he's accurate. Number four, he's a way better person than you'll ever be. His fucking pinky toe has more fucking humanity in it than your entire fucking lame-ass body, A-Dub. Just so you know, man. Just so you know how I feel about you. You're fucking nothing compared to John Oliver. You're in no position to be saying he's a fucking hack. He spends his life educating people, entertaining people. What the fuck do you do? Oh, that's right. You're a fucking loser on the internet. You do nothing for anybody. You're an empty vacuum cleaner bag. That's all you are. You don't even have dirt inside the bag to offer anybody. You just smell bad and you fucking have nothing to offer anybody. That's what you got, A-Dub. You want to come after John Oliver? You know, and if Cheryl says John Oliver is bomb, then I know I'm on the right track, motherfucker. You've watched him spread hate and lies like what? What kind of hate? What kind of lies? Go ahead, let's get into it. Enlighten me, A-Dub. Please. Fucking enlighten me. Since you're here to troll me, I'm going to fucking troll you right back. So please, what do you got? What do you got? Give me something. Give me anything. Please, I can't wait. Just one thing. Just one thing. The hate and lies, I'll just take one lie. What lie did John Oliver spread? Can't wait. Go ahead. The floor is yours. John Oliver always gets it right. And boy, oh boy. And you know what he does? He doesn't just get it right. At the end of some of his episodes, he helps other people. Like the time he relieved $5 million worth of people's medical debt. It may have been more than $5 million worth. It may have been like $13 million worth of medical debt. I don't need to. Well, A-Dub, I'm afraid you do if you want to stay here, man. If you want to fucking try to troll me and you want to try to talk shit and you're going to literally fucking lie to try to make a point, oh, you better come up with it quick, motherfucker, because you're about to get blocked from my live stream, A-Dub. You better come up with your lie, or you better just say, hey, man, I was just talking out my ass like I always am. I'm surprised you didn't realize I was trolling you. I know you're trolling me, you fucking prick. I said it from the beginning, and I'm trolling you back. Now, what the fuck do you have to offer? You've got one more chance, A-Dub. You said he's got a lie. Okay, one lie. You've got your chance. Tell me the lie, or tell me that you're the fucking liar. Which is it? Either John Oliver's got a lie that you can share, or you're a fucking liar. The next words out of your mouth better be one or the other. I can't wait. I don't know what you're trying to say. John Oliver has fun lying to you about history, honestly, the week. I don't know what the week is. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Well, then fuck you too, A-Dub. It's the truth. Well, then give me a fucking lie. What lie? Just tell me. You said he spreads lies. I'm just asking for one. One lie. Produce it. What lie? What did he lie about? I can't wait to fucking hear it. You know, if you got a problem with John Oliver telling a lie that you can't even remember, I wonder what you think about Donald Trump. You must fucking love him. What is it? 10,000 lies and counting? Dude, I don't want a fucking link. I want you to tell me one lie that the man said. That's all. You can go research it right now. You've got a link to it. Go read it, find the lie, and let me know. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. You said he's a fucking liar. You made it sound like every word that comes out of his mouth is fucking bullshit. I just want to hear the one lie. You know, meanwhile, we have a president that's lied over 10,000 times, and you're worried about, you know, the one lie that that John Oliver said, and you can't even fucking remember it. You can't even remember the lie. One lie. Mr. fucking shoot your fat fucking mouth off in my live stream. Give me one fucking lie, you subvert piece of shit. Dude, I'm not asking you who you're voting for. I couldn't give a fuck who you're voting for. You're not going to answer my question, are you? So, you can't produce a single lie that John Oliver ever told his audience. You can't produce a single lie. Right? You couldn't go check your own link to find it. Right? Am I right? Look, bro, you came in here on the wrong fucking day. All right? To pull shit like this on me. Seriously. You don't have a lot of time left. I can see the sand slipping through the fucking hourglass as we speak. Since you want to open up your fat fucking mouth to me, you can speak for yourself. Oh, Anthony, he's a big boy. He can speak for himself. So go ahead. Fucking shoot your fat fucking mouth off. All right? What's the lie? What's the John Oliver lie? I can't wait to fucking hear it. What did he lie? Spreads lies! He's spreading them! God damn! Could it sound any more like Donald Trump? You're worried about the one lie that John Oliver said, and you're gonna vote for Trump who told you fucking 10,000 lies? Why the fuck do I even waste my time with you on this live stream? Oh, not off the top of your head. You got nothing. So you're a fucking liar. Thank you. That's all I needed. You got nothing. You know nothing. You've got nothing on the man. You got absolutely nothing. You made it sound like the man was fucking your wife, you know? I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what the fuck where you're coming from. Hey, Lisa. I've given you every fucking opportunity to back up your bullshit, bro. Every opportunity. You want to come in here and say your bullshit on my live stream and talk to 40 other people and act like you got the floor? I'm giving you the floor. You have every opportunity to make me look like a fool right now, and you're not doing it. You're not rising to the occasion. You know, it seemed like you were all Mr. Big Ball Sack coming in here trying to fucking troll me on my live stream and be a subvert, but where the fuck are you now, little pussy? Oh, I know he's a phony, says douchebag. Well, I know you're a fucking phony too. Okay, Google. How many millions of dollars of medical debt did John Oliver forgive?
According to CNN Business, as part of a scathing takedown of the debt purchasing industry, late-night comedian John Oliver forgave nearly $15 million of medical debt with a tap of a giant red...
$15 million he absolved medical debt. and you are nothing. There were $15 million worth of medical debt that people had, and he forgave it. And you're nothing but a piece of shit. And he forgave $15 million worth of people's medical debt to prove a fucking point. And what the fuck have you done for people, you fucking low-life, fucking bottom-feeding piece of fucking water trash? What the fuck have you done, A-Dub? A goddamn big, fat goose egg. Nothing. You've done dick. And, A-Dub, guess what? You're blocked from my live stream. You know why? Because I spent enough time talking to you. You could have come in here, you could have called me a fuckhead, you could have called me any fucking names I've always let you do that. It's always been fun. We've always had a good time. But you want to try to stand in between my audience and me and my message, you're going to get run the fuck over. Okay? And that's what just the fuck happened. You got run the fuck over. I'm the running back, and you're the little fucking dude out in the crowd that ran out in the fucking field and got mowed down. All right? Another sporting analogy there. I apologize for those. I don't know where they're coming from all of a sudden. Anybody else want to fucking try their luck? Anybody else want to shoot off their fucking fat mouth while I'm trying to help people? You know, I'm explaining to you guys. People that educate, people that enlighten, people that entertain. People like Graham Elwood and Ron Placone. People like John Oliver. And people like Thunderfoot. And I'm always telling you guys, go the fuck out of your way to follow these people. And none of you do. You know, it's like, I mean, I know that David C. Baker does, and I know that Stephen Running does. Cheryl's like, see ya. If my mom sees this, my mom is going to tell me off. My mom watches my show. She sees it all the time. She's on Facebook. She loves me. But, Caleb, guess what? You're the next block because you don't get to talk about my mom. Suck my cock. My cock's going down your throat right now, choking you out, bitch. And there ain't nothing you can do about it because I'm bigger and I'm badder than you will ever fucking be. You little fucking bitch. So anyway, back to what I was discussing. I'm coming on here and I am trying to raise you guys up to an intellectual level where you'll have a better understanding of the world. It will enrich you. It will make you a better person. Now, I can see when I'm out here and I'm talking and you guys aren't interacting with me, that there's a serious problem with our communicating. Okay? Now, you guys could you could be brainiac fucking geniuses out there, but you're not demonstrating it with your fucking fingers on your fucking keyboards. You know? And I would just love it if you guys would engage me in some conversation, especially when I'm bringing up somebody like Thunderfoot. I would fucking love it if I bring up Thunderfoot one day, and you guys are like, oh, yeah, Thunderfoot. I subbed him fucking months ago like you told me to. I've been watching all his videos, and now I know a shit ton more than I did from back then. Thank you, Nay. That's the kind of shit I'd like to fucking hear, but I don't. And hey, man, I can only kick you in your asses so hard for sitting on this side of a fucking computer screen. But let me tell you something. If I could kick your fucking asses and get you to follow Thunderfoot and some of these other intelligent people, I would, because you guys need a fucking foot up your ass. I don't know how else to get you guys over there, man. Get the fuck on YouTube and start subscribing to some smart motherfuckers and start intellectualizing a little bit, man. Instead of going down these stupid fucking rabbit holes that you guys go down. The fuck? Conspiracy bullshit. Oh my God. You know, 500,000 people on that fucking thing. 500,000 people giving it a thumbs up, watching it, sharing it around, and thinking that face masks don't work. Meanwhile, Thunderfoot's getting his shit kicked off of YouTube. Why? Because a little bitch is out there. And I'm just sick of the fucking stupidity, man. And I want it to stop, and I want you guys to be fucking smart. You know, and I don't want you to come to me and say, yo, Nate, do face masks work? I don't want you to ask me that question, man. I want you to Google that shit. I want you to find a Thunderfoot video, and I want you to see the science for yourself. Okay? I am sick of being the bringer of information, man. I want you guys to enrich yourselves. No, who's Mark Passio? Tell me. Who's that? Mark Passio. Is it Pat? Am I saying it right? Netflix, the hard truth. Sport block. Another sport block. Can you send me a link to Thunderfoot's YouTube? It's Thunderfoot with 2 zeros, Jake. You can do it. Jake, you can do this. You fucking idiot. You can do this. Listen to me, Jake, okay? Go to YouTube. There's a window at the top of the screen. It's got a magnifying glass. Now, a magnifying glass kind of looks like this, but it's round and it's clear. Type in Thunderfoot with 2 zeros. It's simple. THUNDERF00T. Okay? You don't need a link. This is fucking proving to me that you're fucking lazy. This is the problem, Jake. You are the problem, Jake. You guys are lazy motherfuckers, man. You need to quit playing the whole stoner on the fucking couch mentality with me. Okay? You fucking idiot, you can do it. You can do this, Jake. Thunderfoot with 2 zeros. Steven Running, that is a good way to put it. It's got 2 zeros instead of 2 O's. That's his channel. It's easy to find. He's also got another one. It's called Voice of Thunderfoot. THUNDAF00T. I haven't subscribed to that channel yet, and I need to. I'm fucking slacking on it. But there's 2 channels. Subscribe to them both. If you subscribe to both of them before I do, you're a better person than me. Google's your friend. Stop being lazy. And so are your fingertips. Type it in. Just fucking type in your questions, guys. Well, he goes into the psychological and Aaron Ra. You guys check out Aaron Ra too. Okay? ARON space RA. Aaron Ra. It's like Aaron, but it's pronounced Arn. ARON space RA. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to the Atheist Experience. And whether you believe in God or not is not why I'm telling you to subscribe to the Atheist Experience. I'm telling you to subscribe to the Atheist Experience so you can shatter some of that fucking indoctrination that you guys have. He will destroy your concept of religion in seconds. If you got the balls, if you're a religious person and you believe that there's a God that's taking care of everything, and you got the balls and you think you're brave, head on over to the Atheist Experience and go watch a few episodes. You will come back to me and you will say, nay, I'm an atheist now. I watched him for an hour and I'm a fucking atheist. He proved everything wrong so fast. He does that, man. And you'll love him. His name is Matt Dillahunty. He puts the hunt in Dillahunty. How is Rogan, Harles, and Goldfish? Everyone is great, David C. Baker Jr. Is his YouTube picture a rabbit? Yes, his YouTube picture is a rabbit. That is Thunderfoot. Yes. You're going to thank me, Jake. You found him. Phylogeny is cool watching now in this. Hey, man, I wonder if I could get him on the show for an interview. I wouldn't even need to write down questions for Thunderfoot. I got so many. That's one I got right there. Thunderfoot, why do you have a rabbit for your avatar on YouTube? Arn makes you think. He makes me think. And you know what I like about Arn Ra? I like his style, man. Dude, he's a metalhead to the fucking bone. He's got that long fucking hair and that Fu Manchu. He wears Texas ties, and he's just, dude, you see what that motherfucker drives now? I mean, he's so fucking badass. He is a badass motherfucker. And if you ever see Aaron Ra debating someone in person, face to face in the street, you'll be like, whoa, he's a real badass. Because he gets up in motherfuckers' faces and he's like 6'3". He's huge, and he'll just get up on a motherfucker, and he'll just start giving them the truth, dude, and you just watch people crumble. Not only because he's telling them truth and he understands basically everything, but because he's so fucking intimidating and powerful when he's delivering the message. You know, he's awesome. Check him out. And, you know, when you see him on his videos, he's very detailed. He's got a wonderful vocabulary, and he's really put together well. Hi, honey. Cadillacs on 22s. I ain't done nothing in my life but stay true. Pimp my voice and mac these beats. Pray to the Lord for his Mississippi streets. Hey, hey. So, he's mysterious. That's why he has a rabbit. Arn Ra is entertaining and educational. So is Thunderfoot. You guys are going to love him, man. You know, and like I said, even if you disagree, even if you believe in God, even if you're a religion person, go watch them anyway. They're not going to hurt your feelings. They're going to shatter your indoctrination. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to hurt your feelings. They are, you know, Matt Dillahunty, he might hurt your feelings a little bit because he's a little bit harsh, but you have to listen to the people that he's talking to. You know, he takes phone calls. You could call. I've talked to him. You guys could call in and be on the show too. And if you did, mention Nays Garden. Say, hey, Nays Garden referred me to your show. That would be awesome. He goes live every Sunday at 2:30 my time, 2:30 NorCal time. Every Sunday, 2:30 You could write these down, man. Graham Elwood live Saturday nights. What is it? Graham and Ron Saturday nights. I think Graham Elwood goes live a lot at night. I'm open to learning anything and everything. Good. Well, you guys, you just listen to what these guys have to say. Like, for one thing, I mean, if you believe the Bible 100%, and some people do, they will stop you from believing the Bible instantly. I literally saw 2 debunk the Bible shows today. One from the Atheist Experience, where he debunks Genesis. And then I saw Arn Ra debunk the flood, the Noah's flood story with I think it was geology. And he debunks. It's great. Arn Ra's got this series, and he debunks Noah's flood story with every science that there is. Debunked with biology, debunked with, oceanography, debunked with, topography, debunked with plate tectonics, debunked with, and it's hilarious. And he understands all of it, and he walks you through all of it, man. And if you got the time and you want to expand your knowledge base, check out that series and let Arn Ra know that Nays Garden sent you. Let Arn Ra know. I mean, let all these people know. Say, Nays Garden is telling everybody. Do you guys ever do that? I mean, I tell you guys to go check these people out. But do you let them know that you found out about them from me? Because if you would, it would mean the world. In a chat or whatever. Let them know. I want some kafefe. Nobody does kafefe anymore, pal. Psh, unreal. Unreal, pal. What, are you going to go over and get some kafefe? Nobody does that anymore. Nobody does that anymore, pal. It's so funny. Melanie found an avatar. It looks just like her. I am an open-minded individual. I'm open to learning anything and everything. Why birds are dinosaurs? Hello, cat. My caddy has 3 wheels. Craigslist has some good deals. Left a comment on Thunderfoot's video. Griffin, thank you. What? Did you say that Nays Garden sent you, man? Oh, man. You guys are the best audience. I love you guys. You guys are the best fucking audience anybody could ever hope for. Anybody ever open up their dishwasher when it's hot, and then you get steam in your eyes, and the steam goes right in your eyes and it fogs up your eyes like a mirror. That's some cool ass shit right there, man. That's fucking science. Science! Why birds are dinosaurs? Oh my god, I love comment Thunderfoot's confet coming from at Nay's Garden. Yeah! Close. There's no space. There's no... Look, man, if you guys are going to do at symbols, you got to do them right. It's all one word, no apostrophe. At Nay's Garden, all one word. You could put an exclamation point after it, but it's got to... If you want it to go through on YouTube, if you're leaving a post, or if you're putting it on Twitter especially, or even on Facebook, you got to make sure you spell those things right. So if you guys are going to promote for me, just at Nay's Garden, all one word. Jake says, let's take a fat ass down for science. In every single chat I'm ever in, I always say access for all, NLRC, Ice McClellan, ICTC, all the amenities, legalization, keep it open. That's great, Dave. That's great. That's great. I love that you do that. I would tell you to put Nay's Garden in there. Put Nay's Garden, no law regarding cannabis, and I would just say Nay's Garden and no law regarding cannabis. Cadillacs on 22s. Vladimir Putin is Donald Trump's pimp. I realized that today. I was thinking about it. I was like it's his pimp. And it's like if Donald Trump doesn't do his bidding, you know, and bring him his money, bitch, he's gonna fucking slap that bitch up. And you know what made me realize that? Was a post I saw on Twitter from a veteran. And the veteran said, just so veterans remember, Donald Trump is the president that doesn't want to expose or talk about the fact that there's a bounty on U.S. soldiers' heads from Russia. And he said, because he doesn't want to disturb his commander-in-chief, Vladimir Putin, or something like that. Something along those lines. And I was like, it's his pimp. Vladimir Putin is Donald Trump's pimp. You know, and Trump is like a whore that's out there sucking dick for Vladimir Putin. Just came from the truth movement only to discover how fucking dumb people can be, just like the new age bullshitters. Hey, can we talk about that, Lightheart? Because I'm here to fucking bust all that indoctrination bullshit. Listen, what do you mean truth movement? What were they, what's the truth? How many different conspiracies are we talking about? Is it one thing? If so, what is it? I'm really curious. Look at my little baby boy. He's so tired. He got away from me today, went to the neighbors, played with the neighbor's dog all morning while I was out there fucking raking, man. Dude, I'm going to tell you guys what I did if you stick around. In fact, why don't you guys take a second right now and start sharing this video in large groups. I just got my fucking caffeine boost, and we're going to go off. I got all kinds of shit to tell you. Hey, Billy's dog. Acid was too rich. I feel like your setup is different for this live. I feel like your setup is different for this live. Right. You know why? Here, I'll fix it. I know what it is. Hey, hey. There. How's that? Is that a little bit better? I feel like you're... And plus the chat. I got to move the chat over a little bit. I moved some shit around. And regardless of what A-Dub said earlier, you guys, really important that you follow John Oliver. Get on YouTube and go back watch, go binge watch his shit. Last week tonight on YouTube with John Oliver. Make sure you follow that channel. Make sure you enrich and enlighten. And like I said, he's funny, man. He's really funny, man. And he makes a lot of fun of himself, man, which makes him really lovable and likable. It's just, you'll see, man. You'll see when you check him out. And he always talks about important shit. You heard Trump called Putin his mentor? Really? That I didn't know. I just hate when he talks about people like Putin and he calls them strong leaders. He's a strong leader. He's a very strong leader. And I'm like, you're a fucking little pussy. If you look at dictators and you look at people like Vladimir Putin and you call them strong leaders, you are a fucking pussy. You have a demented, distorted sense of reality, and I can't believe that you even call yourself a fucking American. Okay, Google. Video of Donald Trump calling Vladimir Putin a strong leader.
Playing Donald Trump calling Vladimir Putin strong leader videos on YouTube.
Hello, everyone. I have something to ask you. Will you add your name to join my campaign?
You're an idiot.
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm Joe Biden. You had your name.
He sounds like he's dead.
Effectively, by being so close to President Trump, you are in the middle of a deeply divisive political battle in the United States. Has that been politically beneficial for you to have what is clearly such a close relationship with the President of the United States?
We have found ourselves involved in the political infighting in the United States even before I met President Trump. We had never had any affinity or special close relationship between us. Now we have a steady, confidence-based, as I see it, relationship between ourselves, but the proximity between us...
That's Vladimir Putin.
...on the infighting in the United States. I stress that all those scandals in the United States had emerged before we met with President Trump for the first time, so no proximity here. But now we are witnessing what has been happening in the United States. They have been using any and each pretext to attack President Trump, lash out at him. Now they have been citing Ukraine and related...
He's watching, huh?
And the relationship with President Zelensky, we have nothing to do with that. That is another confirmation.
God, he must laugh and laugh and laugh at us.
We didn't have anything to do with
This motherfucker must be laughing his ass off at us.
text were found to attack the newly elected president of the US.
God.
NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our
How dendrology disproves Noah's flood. What is that? Let's watch a little of that. Let's watch a little Aaron Ra, shall we? Oh, and just so you guys know, Thunderfoot, I think Thunderfoot has a problem with Aaron Ra. Which is okay, you know, for whatever the reasons are. I don't know. I don't know why. But I watch both of them. I recommend you watch both. But understand, Thunderfoot's got some kind of a problem with Aaron Ra, man. I've heard him talking shit about him. You know, acting like he didn't know who he was. Oh, this guy, Aaron Ra, blah, blah, blah. I was like, wow, man, that's kind of rude. But Thunderfoot is still awesome, so don't let that discourage you. He might have a very limited scope of what Aaron Ra puts out. You know, Thunderfoot's a busy guy, but he spends a lot of time on YouTube. So, yeah, let's find that video, man. What is goddamn dendrochronology? Most people are... Dude, your balance... Okay. Okay. Let's go back up here. I feel like your setup is different. Live. Putin, the former KGB thug, is a punk. Diana. David, cheers. Billy, I heard Trump call Putin his mentor. Kat, oh, I love baby bobblehead Trendy Rogan. Adam Kokesh is great on subjects of freedom and freedom of speech. Billy Ballantyne thought a ghost was taunting me. Was just what's to talk? Griffin, what's to talk about freedom of speech? Just fucking everyone should have it. What's to talk about? Is there really a conversation to have? That's fucking stupid. He's great on subjects of freedom and freedom of speech. You know, that's like subjects like talking about gender, you know, gender equality and all that shit. Yeah, why are people even talking about it? Just fucking everybody treat everyone equally and shut the fuck up. Why are you making stupid shit topics of fucking discussion, man? Fuck. There's no such thing as a great fucking subject on freedom of speech. There's freedom of speech, period. I hope you understand that. There's nothing to fucking discuss. Thought a ghost was taunting me was just an eye booger. Okay. Ralph Smith, hello. Ralph, what's up, James? Jinmin, share it again. Billy, dude, your brilliant brain is going to make searching so much easier. Yes. Oh, your Valentine brain. Yes, it is. The one with him saluting the North Korean general. That video sounds like a clip from Fallout 4. They're here, says Jinmin. Such a strong dictator. Well, I came to the conclusion that most people are moral relatives. What? Relativists? Moral relativists? Hello, my friend. That's not what I was asking you, Lightheart. I was asking you, what were the conspiracies that people were... What is the truther movement? We can't go to war with Russia, man. We're huge. Huge, huge. Immoral a society, the less freedom it has. Everyone gets freedom of speech, period. Right. That's easy. Hey, Bong Rip, Kepper. Now, see, Kepper puts it all into perspective for all of us. Kepper comes in and says 2 words and changes gears. Bong Rip. Yo, Bong Rip to you too, my good friend. We're pulling up an Aaron Ra video. It's how dendrochronology. I do not know. I've never heard this word. So I'm really looking forward because I know that we're all going to learn something right now. So first of all, I'm going to find out what this dendro fucking whatever the fuck he's trying to say is. All right. Search. Den. D-R. Den. Let me just say D-N-D-R. That should just come up, right? Oh, come on. D-E-N-D-R. Oh, chronology. D-R-O-C-H-R. Fuck. Fuck YouTube search engine, man. Dude, if you put in the first few letters of a word, it doesn't bring up the word. I put in DENDR. It said there's no words that match this description. I had to type the entire word dendrochronology out just to find this video. Can I just say this? YouTube could suck my balls! Fuck you, YouTube! You guys suck dick! You're trying to hide videos. You fucking pieces of shit. Oh, let's make sure that you have to type in the whole fucking word.
That our world was literally spoken out of nothing by an
There's Arn Raw. Here we go. Let's see what dendrochronology is. Come on, Arn. What the fuck is going on with my goddamn internet? Why does YouTube suck my dick? YouTube, you suck my dick! God! I fucking hate you!
Our supposedly advanced modern world in this so-called information age is a bit of a paradox, because there's a depressingly large percentage of people who ignore, refuse, and reject reality. Rather than accepting the evidence indicating that...
Yes, I responded to your video, Billy. If you go give it a thumbs up and I responded to it, thank you for giving me the instructional video on my Valentine brain. Thank you so much. And I don't want to promote it on here because I don't want anybody else to have one.
Our supposedly advanced modern world in the so-called information age is a bit of a paradox, because there's a depressingly large percentage of people who ignore, refuse, and reject reality. Rather than accepting the evidence indicating that this planet formed naturally as a gradual gravitational concretion more than 4.5 billion years ago, and was subsequently infused with evolving life well more than 3.5 billion years ago, these people prefer to pretend that our world was literally spoken out of nothing by an incantation spell just a few thousand years ago. Many of them also believe that sometime in the last few thousand years a global flood occurred, wiping out all life on the planet in a cataclysmic event, all except for a floating zoo built by a 600-year-old man. Having been raised to believe in the biblical fable of Noah's Ark has convinced people that anything they see in nature, up to and including rainbows, somehow qualifies as evidence of their global flood. Experts in every relevant scientific specialty insist that this is categorically incorrect, that there is no record of this type of event in the history of the planet from any field of study, though there are many fields that in and of themselves disprove the flood fantasy. Adding all the lines of evidence together, the biblical flood is thoroughly impossible. It could not, and certainly did not happen the way the Bible describes. Having already explained how meteorology, geology, and paleontology each disprove the global flood myth, we now look primarily at botany, because there are plants...
420 Newfoundland, cheers everybody. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't tis for all.
...concerned with ages and dates. How did young Earth creationists decide that the universe was only 6,000 years old? A 17th century monk added up the obviously dubious ages of generations of fictional characters from his favorite folklore, and from that he determined that the world was magically created on October 23rd, 4004 BCE. Using the same method, one of his contemporaries had previously calculated the exact same date, but somehow more precisely, concluding that creation occurred at 9 o'clock in the morning. Because when you can't tell the difference between knowledge and make-believe, then you may as well imagine that knowing the age in years will also tell you the time of day. Young Earth creationists don't always adhere to a 6,000-year-old universe. They'll move the goalposts as far back as 10,000 years when they have to, and we'll take that into account as well. Not all creationists are young earthers either. Remember that creationists aren't just anyone who believes that a God created.
He's a vampire of knowledge. He
sucks
sucks knowledge up like a fucking vacuum.
Is a form of religious extremism
And he
requiring
spews
the
it out.
reasonable denial of reality, where sacred dogma takes precedence over demonstrable truth, being based on an assumption of unquestionable
Everyone should
authority
join Arn Ra's
rather
channel
than
on
factual
YouTube and let
evidence.
him know that
So
Nays
it is
Garden
an
sent you.
unreasonable position assumed without reason and defended against all reason. By definition, creationists reject evolution
Arn Ra.
specifically, but more importantly,
ARON
they embrace the scientific
space
methodology in
RA.
general,
Arn
arguing
Ra.
instead for what is essentially magic,
On YouTube.
even if they don't accept or won't admit that that's what that amounts to. Some creationists admit to an old Earth, but even then, their version of biological history is often all wrong. And if they believe in Noah's flood at all, then they're figuratively still in the same boat with the hardcore science deniers. But the leading propaganda mills of this type of resistance to reality do hold to a 6,021-year-old world, and they hold similarly specific dates for their mythic flood, too. Answers in Genesis said it happened in 2370 BCE. Institute for Creation Research said that it was in 2348 BCE, and Creation.com says it was 2304 BCE. Amusingly, they all use the same method to arrive at different dates.
He didn't, I don't think he said what dendrochronology is, but I think I know now. It must be the study of time throughout history. That must be what dendrochronology is. I have no idea, but I'm guessing here from what he's talking about. It's very interesting.
I'll explain how we know that all of their estimates are wrong later in this series. For right now, understand that these are the leading authorities for all of creationism.
You guys are funny.
And all these
Billy.
believers agree that according to the scriptures that they worship, their flood should have happened less than 4,387 years ago. We have trees older than that.
Billy.
This bristlecone pine, for example, was once famously hailed
He's
as the
our
oldest
people,
living
bro.
individual organism
He
on
is
Earth.
our people.
At 4,765 years old, this tree would have been 300 or 400 years old at the start of Noah's flood. The way we know that is with dendrochronology, the study of tree rings. Trees and
Oh, it's the study of tree rings. How cool. Now we all know what dendrochronology is. Now we all know what dendrochronology is. Now he's going to talk about how this... Too late. Too late, Griffin. Too late. Oh, you tried to subvert me. Too late, you little fucking prick. Too late. Oh, fuck you. You tried to subvert my live stream. Fuck you, Griffin, you little fucking prick.
cycle of seasons, where early spring growth is faster and thus the wood is
Fucking
lighter
posting
color.
the definition
As
of
growth slows down again
dendrochronology.
in autumn, the wood
What
is
a
denser
prick.
and thus darker, creating a sequence of one additional ring for each year of growth.
Yeah, we
These
know,
are
Griffin.
knowledge
We
dendrochronology
fucking knew
studies
it before you
how all the
fucking
trees
posted
actually
it.
died, where in the case of modern
You
trees,
must be
the
behind the
wood is cut
times a
down.
little
Or
bit.
they can drill pencil-thin
I
porcelain
told you he
into
was
the
our
trees to see
people,
how
bro.
old they still are.
I told
Tree
you,
rings
Billy.
also indicate the climate in that year. A larger ring indicates a good year for rainfall, and a smaller ring.
Oh, I was
bad.
close. You were close,
For
bro.
when
You
winter
missed it
conditions
by
could
that
slow
much.
down to a stop
You were
in
so
50
close, man.
While mid-season drought conditions could appear as two different growth periods within a single year, but either of those require particularly extreme
There it
non-repeating
is.
conditions,
There's
and
your-
both can
there's
be
your post.
corroborated by other trees around that one. So it is possible to match overlapping ring sequences in several generations of trees, giving a record of the climate that stretches well beyond the age of any one tree by itself. And this has been done with bristlecone pines, tracing a record of continuous growth stretching more than 8,000 years without any hint of a global flood. And this prompts apologists to concoct whatever excuse they can to deny those overlapping generations. But for the moment, we're only talking about one generation, one individual. Even though this type of tree only thrives in very dry desert areas.
Okay, so did you guys get it? It's top of the hour. We're going to pause it and smoke. Did you guys get it? He just gave you the gist of the whole video. Who wants to give it to me? I know it, but instead of me telling you, I want you guys to tell me what's the gist of this video. Okay? How does dendrochronology disprove Noah's flood? Go ahead. You already should know because he just gave it away. How do you know? How do you know? Go ahead and tell me. Dendrochronology is the study of tree rings. And it says chronology, which is time, right in the name. You're welcome, Griffin. You silly little subverter, you. Global warming, Kepper says. Global warming. The rings are thicker, says Kepper's trying too hard. Kepper, quit trying so hard. You're trying way too hard, man. You're trying way too hard. Kepper, quit trying so hard. It's very basic. It's a simple question with a simple answer. How do I know he's not full of shit? Well, Jinmin, you can research it on your own with Google, bro. You've got the world of information is at your fingertips. And you can go research this on your own. Now, you're going to watch this video right along with me, Jinmin, and you're going to get to listen to what he's going to say about it. You're not going to like it, bro. But he's not going to offend you. He's just going to give you some facts, and there's some cold, hard facts. You know? And you're going to have to listen to the facts. In a flooded area, the trees die. When the waters recede, more will be born, dating the end of the flood. Billy is basically getting it. What Arn Ra is saying is the study of trees has given us trees that can track up to 8,000 years. And in those 8,000 years of rings on a tree, they can't find any proof or evidence that a flood happened because a flood would have affected those rings, right? That's what I believe he's saying. I'm just doing this here, guys, but he's going to get technical and he's going to explain it. So let's smoke and listen to what Arn Ra has to say. In the meantime, make sure you go to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Arn Ra, ARON space RA on YouTube. Let him know in the comments that Nay's Garden referred you, and go back and start watching some of his stuff, whatever interests you. I promise you, you will be a smarter person after you watch his stuff. And what Jinmin said was, how do I know that this guy is being honest and telling the truth? You guys have the world of information at your fingertips. All you got to do is research it. You know, just go look it up. You know, and that's all he probably does. He probably just looks stuff up and educates himself. And you guys have access to that too. It's a very powerful thing, information. And people like Arn Ra will demonstrate to you just how powerful it is. Let's listen to what he's going to say. Okay?
Creationists insist that there were so many mid-season droughts as to throw the dates off, arguing that the tree couldn't have sprouted until immediately after their flood had subsided.
What Billy said.
In that statement is an admission that the tree could not have lived through the flood itself.
No law regarding cannabis.
No plant on Earth could.
Cannabis doesn't
Not
just
even
for all.
plants that live in the wild
Cheers.
could have survived those conditions. But especially not any of the vegetation that those animals would have had to have had the moment they got off the ark. Imagine all those elephants, rhinos, buffalo, locusts, and everything else having to go on starving while they wait for their crops to sprout in salted ground after a year-long deluge. Imagine koalas having to swim back to Australia only to find that there's no eucalyptus trees there either. Not yet. They'd have to wait a couple of years before there'd be enough of anything to eat. Remember, young Earth creationists believe that dinosaurs were on the ark too, along with calicotheres, titantotheres, and drinkotheres, and a whole lot of other things that eat hundreds of pounds of plants per day. And there wouldn't be anything for any of them to eat. Birds and monkeys and sloths wouldn't have any trees to climb in or nest on for many years. Really, it wouldn't happen at all, because all the soil would be ruined such that most plants would never be able to germinate or sprout. No matter what kind of animals we're talking about, what they eat or where they're supposed to get back to, all of the animals on the ark, carnivores and herbivores alike, would starve to death, most within the first month after they landed. Young Earth creationists generally accept the absolute age of the oldest tree they know about because they think they can still squeeze it into their worldview somehow by rationalizing that it's younger than it really is and that it impossibly sprouted immediately after their impossible flood. But what they don't know is that there was another bristlecone pine that was found to be even older than that one. At 5,066 years old, the oldest individual tree in the world was already close to 700 years old before the date of their flood. And that's not all. This Norwegian spruce in Sweden is a clone. The trunk that is growing there now may only be a couple centuries old, but the genetically identical material from the root system that sprouted it and others before it was carbon dated at 9,558 years old. And it doesn't show record of a global flood either. And that's still not all. There are a number of other clonal organisms that scientists have determined by combining dendrochronology with radiocarbon dating or various other means to be extremely old, like these yuccas and creosote bushes at 12,000 years old each. These leaves on the ground are really the top of a clonal tree that lived entirely underground for 13,000 years. The panda is a forest of 47,000 genetically identical clones, all emerging from an interconnected root system that is essentially a single male aspen tree, estimated to be at least 80,000 years old. And there are other clonal organisms even older than that. But let's forget about estimates with uncertainties and focus on what we know absolutely.
Okay.
Let's not forget about individual trees and the fact that other species besides bristlecones have been shown to have overlapping sequences of matching rings. The longest continuous tree ring chronology so far is a series of oak and pine sequences spanning 12,460 years before present. That's several generations of trees living through normal conditions, covering the entire Holocene and part of the Pleistocene well into the Ice Age, with, again, no hint of a global flood.
It lived
Not
through
even
the
in those
Ice
times do we
Age!
know that some of the biggest floods in history have actually happened. They just didn't affect this.
I love it.
Find evidence of 27 forests. Not 20 trees, 27 was under effect on the end.
Placone on Twitter. Follow their channels on YouTube. Write their names down. Jimmy Dore. Right? Thank you. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 12, 8, 40.